Hey, thank y'all for joining in. This is step one of my turf renovation. A lot of people would probably look at this yard and say it doesn't look that bad, but it's my house. I take care of it, and I can tell you, it's a lot worse than I would hope that it would be at this point in the summer. For the past few years, I've been doing soft renovations due to Bermuda infestation in the fescue, and this year we're going to go all in. So we're going to follow GCI Turf's step-by-step plan. Sorry for the car noise, cars going by. I live on the main strip of my neighborhood. We're going to follow GCI Turf's step-by-step plan for renovating turf. It's on their YouTube channel, and it's what I use for myself and my clients that are customers of the green stuff, or TGS turf as we abbreviated. See my sign over there. I'm going to take my sign out of the yard until my grass is green again. But if you look at down in here, we've actually had multiple problems this year that's led me into this decision to do a full renovation. Number one that you can see is Bermuda. Long strands of Bermuda, and a lot of people have it in their ditches, but it's pretty present throughout the whole turf, which is something new this year. Last year it was always the last few years have always been in pockets, but this year it's pretty evenly dispersed throughout the whole turf. And we also had quite a bit of fungus and disease that came through. We had I had rust in this section here, which you could probably expect, and it's my own fault, it being right here in the drainage ditch where a large portion of water flows through during heavy rains. There's a creek at the back of my neighborhood, so this is kind of a heavy thoroughfare for all the drainage water that comes through. But had rust here from fungus. I had brown patch kind of throughout, and once I cut the tops off of this grass, the brown patch is very evident, because right now all that you see that's super tall is just that fresh growth. But I mean, here's a good example where we have fresh growth on top, and there's Bermuda, but fresh growth of the fescue on top. But then right below that layer, you can see how much of the grass is not growing back to its full height. So the grass that actually is alive right now is really thin, and the edges of the property are pretty worn as well. They're in bad shape, just kind of bad shape overall. This area over here is full of Bermuda. It's nothing but Bermuda, and that's going to be one of the advantages to doing this renovation. Is I'm finally going to get to do some ornate landscaping that I've wanted to do for a while, where I come in and do my beds, and I'm going to remove this crepe myrtle, and I'm going to remove this dogwood, which is going to be pretty painful because it's such a strong, healthy tree. I've done a lot of work to it, trimming it and pruning over the past few years, but it's time for it to go. And I need to stain the fence and rebuild some beds that were destroyed when I was excavating my irrigation system, which still hasn't been completely filled back in. So just a few of the things that's leading into this decision. I've always had rough spots through here with my drainage culvert, where when we moved in, I've already rebuilt it once. The stones were in place when we bought the property, but they were destroyed. They were like someone had ran through them. But I'm going to completely redo this and right here, I've had issues of just soil buildup because it's not drained properly. This area was going to needed to be done anyways. So instead of just doing, just a side yard renovation, I'm going to do a full renovation of the property and take the time while the grass is going to remove these stumps, do some irrigation work, raise my main shutoff valve here, remove the stumps. I'm going to remove the rest of these not boxwood, holly hedges, and cut down the mimosa tree that's growing on my side of my neighbor's fence, through the fence, and then back onto my side of the property. So it's going to be a process, but that's why I'm making this video, so y'all can follow along and we'll see where it goes. This is probably going to be one of the hardest parts that I haven't really made a decision on, because there's a little bit of fungus in here, but I don't think it's not treatable. And this actually isn't the same turf as that. This is a sod that was laid down a year ago. They were overseeded at the same time with the same variant of turf, with the same seed, I guess. Right now, the past couple years, I've been using primarily Top Choice Gold, which is a Mountain View Seeds company, just the same as Artemis seed, which is what we're going to be using. But it has not been very disease resistant, and a lot of that's probably on me. Being so busy working for my clients, I haven't been able to spend a whole lot of time here. And when you own a landscaping company and you advertise that in your front yard, as I do, it gets you a lot of customers in the spring. But when your turf doesn't look to its maximum, in my opinion, like mine doesn't right now, it can turn away a lot of customers. So we're going to correct that and have better results for next year. But thank y'all for following along. My name is Catfish. Real name's Logan, but a nickname Catfish, from the town I grew up in. And follow along for my turf renovation. And we'll see you soon. Thanks.